back everybody to another MotoGP 21 video. We are back with our Moto2 season. We've had a couple of good results recently, so we're hoping to carry on that trend of results for us. We are still holding out for that KTM tech-free factory racing team contract. We've got 4 weeks left. We have got 1 week till our Aprilia contract expires. Anyone that didn't see the Silverstone Grand Prix, the British Grand Prix, spoilers, Aprilia did get their first podium with a P3. I had the privilege of going there, seeing it live, watching Vale's last race. If you guys want to see pictures and videos of that, let me know. I can always post them. I could do a video reviewing the race if that's what you guys wish, with a couple of videos and a couple of pictures and that I've managed to get. So we will move on. We will push on to our season. So we are at Japan. Motegi is the next race. We've done Mazzano. We came second there. Fernandez cleared off in front. So yeah, like I say, you look at our last sort of bad race, if you like, was Assen, where we had that 14th. It was wet, if you remember. We had the Twin Ring first, a second at Red Bull, first at Silverstone, which got us back to the top of the championship, I believe. And then we were first in Aragon, a second in Mazzano. Let's see if we can keep that trend of being on the podium alive. So we're at Motegi. So we've got a wet race. We've got one wet session in free practice 1 where we can try and sort our setup out. See if we can get a decent bike set in for the race. This could be quite a difficult weekend for us. We've got a dry qualifying, so we'll see how we get on through quali. Let's push on into it and get on with free practice 1, see what sort of lap times we can do in the wet. I wouldn't have said we're going to be very strong, but
hello and welcome to
let's see what we get.
Motegi, where we're all ready to kick off the weekend as we build up to the Japanese Grand Prix. The atmosphere in pit lane is already really fired up. The first free practice is about to begin, and mechanics are performing their final checks on the bikes before the riders get out on track. At the moment, it's raining heavily over the circuit, and to be honest, it doesn't look like the weather conditions are going to improve for the entire session.
No, and that's not good for us. We're not as strong in the wet. So, we're going to start with the last wet setup that we made, because I was quite comfortable with that. So, that was obviously Silverstone, so we'll revert back to that setup. And we'll keep the medium for now. What development tests have we got? So we got setup improvement, change the bike setup manually or guided, and do a valid lap of 2 minute 1.8. So let's keep that one on, and we will go for time attack. We shall keep that one on our heads-up display. So yes, with that, let's get out on track on free practice 1. See what sort of lap times we can do, and I'll get back to you after free practice.
There he is, heading out on track, and we'll soon find out whether he's looking for a quick lap time or whether he's trying out something for the race. Here's the final standing after this third session of
okay, so
let's have a quick look.
Free practice has gone rather well for us, to be fair. Even free practice 1, where we didn't think we were going to do very well, we still managed to top the board with the quickest wet lap. I do put the assists on so that you get the traction control, because hands up, I can't ride the Moto2 bikes on the wet. You can't accelerate without losing the back end, really. So I did turn it down because I had the traction control up a little bit too high, so I did turn it down a little bit. So here we are, we're straight through to Q2, which is good for us, and in the championship, be nice to get on that front row. Jake Dixon joins us in Q2. Unfortunately, our teammate Xavi Vieja hasn't actually made it. So yeah, we've got our setup sorted. We've got 2 soft tyres on, which we will put 2 new softs in, just to get that little bit more traction at the coming out the straights and whatever. Obviously, we had the first wet practice session, so I don't quite know why he's still in his wet suit, but yeah, for some reason they continue to wear that throughout the whole weekend. But I mean, it's going to be a wet race, so it does kind of make sense a little bit, I suppose. So yeah, we're going to get out on track in Q2, see how we can get on. We're in the drive for qualifying 2. It's cloudy, so we're looking at about 1:53.4, I think, is the sort of lap time that we would like to keep. Right, here we go, under the bridge. We've got a fresh set of tyres in. We've gone for 2 mediums because that was the tyre we used for our quickest lap. So let's see how we get on. Hopefully we can get 2 laps in. We'll cross the line. Still looking for that 1:53.4 that we need, really. Good line through there, though. Didn't really want to hit the curb on exit. Much better line through there. We're still down by 0.44 though. We are struggling this qualifying session, which is a little bit strange. We were actually quicker in these conditions than we were in the bright sunshine on pre-practice 3. But we do make a lot of time up through this last couple of last sector. So let's see how we can get on through these windy bits. This is where we were good. Let's see if we can keep it. We're going to get 2 laps at it. Ah, we didn't want to hit that curb on exit. Onto the brakes for the hairpin. Took that hairpin well. We got out of there well as well. At the moment we're sitting in P7. Bit of an odd qualifying session with Xavi Vierge top. Not Xavi Vierge, sorry. Cristino Vietti. Under the bridge. Round the double left-hander. Slightly press to the brake for the right-hander. A little bit wide. Right, we're going to go across the line. And we've got our last flying lap. We're up to 6th. Not with that, we won't. So, we're P9. We struggled during that qualifying session, to be fair, to be honest. Maybe we got it wrong. We did go out in the second with 2 mediums. Just couldn't get that soft tyre to work, so we're a little bit back. But luckily, our what the word I'm looking for? Championship contenders. That's the one. Marco Bezzecchi is in 13th, and Remy Gardner is in 15th. So we weren't the only ones that were struggling. Our teammate has out-qualified us, which isn't ideal. If we would have been able to do that magic lap that we did in free practice 2, we would have been up there with a 1:53.4. But it doesn't matter. We out-qualified our championship rivals, and that's all that matters for us at the moment. So let's get out to the race.
Hello from the land of the rising sun. Today the World Championship is being held at the Motegi Circuit, where the Moto2 class race is about to get going. The skies over the track are clear enough at the moment, but the asphalt is still wet, so the riders will probably race with rain tyres.
Yes, we will.
We're coming to you now from the starting grid, where everything seems ready. It's always difficult to predict the results of a Moto2 race, but the riders we're looking at right now,
first thing to do is change the tyres. Also, we need to load our wet setup, which is the only setup we save because we just used Motegi's. We used Mazzano's dry setup. We did change a little bit of this setup, made sure we could accelerate slower, get us out the corners a little bit better. The only thing I have to do is put the assists on. As I said, I can't get used to the bike in the wet. Development tests, we've done them all. Obviously, hopefully we won't be developing the bike as much because we will be moving to MotoGP next year. But hopefully we can leave the team in a good state that we can leave it, and Jake Dixon can be up there fighting for the title with a bit of luck. So yeah, with that being said, we've got our race options, which we'll leave. Actually, before we set up with it being wet, we will just increase that anti-wheelie 1 more and power map in 3. Yeah, engine braking 4, just because in the wet I've got it set so that you brake a little bit easier. Yeah, let's get out on track, see how we can get on. We don't have a thing for our front brake. I don't know which front brake we're using. We go with the harder one. I'm assuming that's the one we had set. So yeah, let's, like I say, let's get out on this track. Let's have a look at the grid. Obviously Celestino Vietti there on first, Iagura finishing it up on third, Jake Dixon our teammate on 7th, we end that row on 9th. Bezecchi, our championship rival, on 13th, and Remy Gardner on the same row. As we look down, we've got Xavi Vieja, our other teammate, 21st. Albert Arenas, 25th. Thomas Luthi, the retiring Thomas Luthi, picking up row 11. And the Yari Montella on that final place on the grid. As we see our rider and Marcel Schrotter being very easy into turn 3. So,
with the riders on the starting
we're on the grid. Let's see how we can get on round Motegi.
Just a few moments to go.
Not a good lap, not a good track this for us either, so let's see how we get on. Clutch in, revs up. And where we go? Right, here we go. We've got power map in 3. Anti-wheelie 3. We're going to keep anti-wheelie on. We're going to try and stay on the middle. Oh, we've got to watch out for nudging them at the rear. Got a bit of power off that corner though. Oh, sorry. We're going to go up the inside of Sam here. Release the brake a little bit. Easy. Right, so we've got 6 riders in front of us. We're going to try and get past Sam and maybe Cameron Beaubier on the inside. Oh, he nudged us there. He's going to go wide, so we shall get the cut back on him and Joe Roberts. After he cost Joe Roberts some time there as well, so that was good for us. Right, now, Iagura. Can we close down the front 3? We definitely had pace in the, well, to be fair, it was raining, so might be a little bit different, but we did have good pace in the wet. Struggled with consistency though. Consistent laps was the issue we had, mainly over anything. As long as we can keep it nice and clean, I'll be happy with a 4th, because we've got no championship leaders in the top 8 at the moment, so that's good. Championship contenders, so we're just trying to concentrate a little bit too much, maybe. Or don't really want to be touching Iagura as we're breaking into a corner. Right, round the double left-hander, and then on the brakes a little bit for this corner. Onto the acceleration, nice and easy. We've got Joe Roberts right behind us now. He's going to be looking for a way past, I would have said, very shortly. We might outbrake ourselves here. We did a little bit, but not too much. No. Bit of tyre spin there. Like I've said, in the wet, you just get no grip. We're even using assisted electronics, and we're still getting tyre spin. I mean, you're going to get tyre spin, it's wet, but the level of tyre spin you get is a concern. Whoa. I'll break myself slightly there. Trying too hard to catch up Iagura. Right, this is the bit of the lap that we are quicker in. Get off the curb. I thought we were going to go on the curb then. We do not want to be on the curbs in the wet. Right, round, V corner, I like the name of that, that's funny. Right, we are keeping in contention with Iagura at the moment. Don't know how long that is going to last, however, so we go wide again. Might have to switch the engine breaker to 5, if I'm honest. Struggling to get the bike stopped as we enter the corners, so maybe that'll just give us that little bit of help. Help us get round the corners nicely. Stop us out braking ourselves as much. Oh, we nudged our Agura at the back there. No, don't really. Right, double left-hander. 1 and 2. Little bit of brake. Oh, we don't want that back end slide now, then. Right, we've got some extra fuel, so let's burn that extra fuel as we try and close down on a podium position. Oh. Ben Schneider with the quickest lap of a 2:01.989, so that's not a bad lap. We'll go round the outside of Agura. Can we get it stopped? We can, with the engine braking and mapping of 5, so that's good. We have got power mapping on as well though, so we know we're going to have a little bit more power in this lap. We are going to turn it off in just a second, providing I can get round this corner without any issues. We're around the corner without any issues, so we're going down the power mapping 2. Lean it in, nice and easy, on the accelerator as we come out the corner. Nicely done. Right, this bit of the circuit is where we need to pick up time. Can we close down on the front 2? I like to think we can. So, we've got Ben Schneider next. Easy, we're going to go wide. Go power mapping 3. Try and gain that time back that we just lost. Go back to 2 as we nearly enter the braking zone. I think we're also getting more spin now because we're halfway through the lap and the tyres are obviously starting to show some tyre wear. We do catch up with them, but then they seem to pull away coming out of the corners. But obviously that's probably something to do with the fact that I've got traction control on, so it's going to make us slightly slower. But at least it means that I can actually get round the track. Yeah, I also turned down the acceleration, to be fair, of the bike to try and make it a little bit easier on me to try and to come out the corners without losing the rear end as much. So that could be another reason why we're down on acceleration, but up on top speed as we use power mapping 3, coming down this straight again onto the brakes for the tight corner. Oh, we don't want to see Ben Schneider there. We do apologise, Bo. That is our bad. That was a very poor line from us. We're going to give him that position back if he wants to go by us. We'll give that back because that was a poor overtake. So at least the race control can see that we gave that position back after a bit of a lunge, shall we say. Unfortunately, well, that was left Celestino Vietti to slightly clear off. Well, we're going to go wide. We'll go very wide through that. Let's let Agura back in. Silly. Making too many mistakes now. Hopefully we'll catch Agura as we come into this corner. Get off those curbs. I honestly thought he was going to try and stick a wheel in then. I'm kind of glad he didn't. Oh, he's going around the outside. That's risky. We'll go to power mapping 3. Look at his acceleration. We would have crossed the line 3rd if that was the final lap, so that's good today. Wow, very wide through there. We're going wide a lot now as we are extremely struggling to get this bike stopped. And to get it out of the corners in one piece, to be fair. Easy out of turn 4. We are struggling so much with tyres now. we might start falling down the order here if they've managed to conserve their tyres a little bit better than we have. Come on, we've got 2 laps. Let's stay on a podium position for 2 laps. That'll be a good result after a bit of a poor qualifying. Round turn 7, up to turn 8. This is where we can gain some time. Oh, Joey Roberts has crashed. Oh no, Joey Roberts has just crashed out of 4th place. We're going to go wide again. Oh, we managed to get that stopped. God knows how, but we did. Right, we're going to go down into the hairpin curve, onto the brakes. Just managed to get that stopped. Power mapping 3 as we come out of that corner. Ben Schneider's now got a 2-second lead on us, so the hopes of getting up the podium are over, but a podium finish for us in this track will be nice in the wet. We can actually say we managed to do a decent race, sort of. We had a bit of a dodgy start with crashing into different riders and such forth. But I'm slowly getting there, slowly getting the better at riding in the wet, should I say. It is certainly tricky on these Moto2s. No, see that? Look, tyre spin, tyre spin, tyre spin, go, go, go. Don't get no drive whatsoever out of that corner in the final lap, which is bad. Hopefully that doesn't mean Uragura is going to try and stick a wheel in somewhere. And you would have thought it'll be better because the track's drying up, so I don't know. I just don't like it. Not saying I've driven a MotoGP bike in the wet either, so might be the same for MotoGP, which would be interesting. Technically it should be worse because the Moto2 bikes are less powerful, so we will see. We haven't exactly had the best lap here. That was a better corner. Uragura's going to try it. We get the cut back. We'll go power map in 3. We've got Sam Lowe's battling us as well now. We're going to try and be defensive. Use the inside line. Tyre spin, come on. Get rid of that tyre spin. Get that traction down on the tyre. Go power map in 2 as we come down the hill. Onto the brakes. Hopefully no one sticks a wheel up the inside. We might have kept the podium position here if we can just nail these last couple of corners. We'll go a bit wide into there, but nothing major. Hopefully we don't get a poor exit here. We'll go to power map in 3. Yeah, we've got plenty of time on the riders behind us. We finished on the podium. We finished on the podium. I'm happy with that. That's a good result considering.
Starts to fill up with the top
oh, we didn't get the quickest lap of the race either. We just got nicked by Fabio, which is a shame. To be fair, Ben Schneider had a quicker lap and so did Celestino Vietti. So, that was a good result. I'm happy with that. I can't be disheartened. It was a tough race. We're still 50 points up on Remy Gardner on the championship, so that's great. 70 points to Marco Bezzecchi, so another great result. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have that all-important deal from Tech 3 to wait for us when we get back. If not, we are going to have to sign for Aprilia.
3rd place is good for the team's morale. 16 points more in the standings. And the
16 points.
The rider and bike are
we'll definitely take that. We don't need to see him celebrate anymore with the paddock. We're happy with our 3rd place. We pick up the reputation. Hopefully that's enough. We pick up some more race credits and the development points. Unfortunately, we didn't get that best race time, but it's what it is. We managed to get a good result, so we've got to be happy with that. So here we go. So it would appear, although that 1 week, oh dear, although that 1 week negotiation of the contract, if you like, was it was actually up. So that's a bit of a problem, which means we might have to try and see if we can just start a proposal for next season with one of these bikes. Do we try the LCR Honda? Do we try the Ducati? Yeah, it's a very difficult decision now. I'm going to try it, I think. Let's start negotiations with them as well, just in case we have a little bit of an issue with the negotiations. Obviously, we would really like that KTM ride, but they don't seem to be giving us any proposals, which is a bit of a problem. We got a different manager that's better at negotiations. We have, but they're not as good for credits. I'm tempted though to just go with it, just to see if they can help us get a contract. Let's do it. I think we need to be looking for our future, not just for money. Hopefully winning the championships and stuff like that to get us money, so with a bit of luck they can get us a decent negotiation contract with one of them. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame, if I'm honest. Yeah, proposal refused. We didn't want to refuse the proposal. We were going to go with it, but we didn't realise that after Motegi it would take us straight to week 38. So, bit of an issue. Hopefully we'll hopefully we'll hear back by Sepang. Otherwise we could be completely without a ride for next year, which would be a bit interesting. That'll cut the career short by quite a bit. Or we'll just have to stay in Petronas racing team for another year, which would be a bit of a shame. It'd be a bit of a stamp on our progression. Obviously, it's always nice to come into Moto2, win it, go up to MotoGP in the following season. So we shall see in the next video what we can get. If you like this video with that, I'd like to see what we can get in the next video with our new personal manager. So, with that being said, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe, don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss the videos. It drops onto the channel, and I shall see you all in the next video.